Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Widget Inc. Widget Inc. had an update coming last couple of days. The dev is kind of poked in here and kind of doing things. So this is the last place I left. We're from Prestige 41. We have 29 more rockets ready and available. Uh, so if I go in here and we go to our thing, we go down here to the bottom and we look and we're basically what we're looking for is new stuff, right? Green stuff, right? The logistics hub unlocks new frame, offers improved item handling in adjacent frames, increasing the crafting speed by 40%. Consumes a moderate amount of large power based on adjacent frames, right? And then if you go up here, there's another green one here. It says indentured servitude. Frames placed on city tiles gain 40% crafting speed, but generate human remains over time and must be disposed of, right? And then we'll have lots of stuff there. And then Omega Entanglement. We'll open that one down this way. And then these were probably ones that should have just been opened the last time I played. It's been a minute. So, but what we're gonna do is instead of going in, we're going to basically ascend real quick. Um, So if we look here, we see that 23 million, 7.9 million ports committed. We have basically 29 more levels here. So we're going to go ahead and launch this bad boy. Go ahead and launch him. So we can ascend. We're going to get 31 more points, right? Another 3,100% point multiplier. So we're going to go ahead and ascend. And whenever you ascend, we start back over and we can create a widget. Now, the good thing is that when we create that first widget, uh, we make a few of them. All right, so we'll do this. Not enough. We ran out of iron. So basically, what happens is when you first start here, we don't have enough iron. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go to our build menu. We're gonna build an iron mine. If you remember right, iron mines go into these, right? And then iron smelter. We're gonna put an iron smelter. We'll put it up over here someplace. This looks like a good place for it over there. And then we already have a widget guy, right? So here we're gonna go in here, and if we do this, we should see 70 freaking iron. Uh, uh, it's game's getting out of hand a little bit. So then we're gonna load smelter, and we should put 73 out of 1466 in there. We'll go ahead and smelt that. We'll get one of these guys going, and then we'll get one of these guys going. Right. So hopefully that will get this guy here building where this is going. We'll get these guys here. Oh, let's see, control, click, there you go. And then control, click, 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 click. So these are already built. This is already done. This actually should be auto building for us. So we shouldn't even have to do that. As soon as we get enough widgets, we can, not enough iron. We just don't have enough iron. But if we go back in here, right? Okay. I don't remember giving it the auto smelt isn't on. So we need auto smelt. So we need to go back into here, right? We need to go and turn this guy on, the furnace optimization. So pretty much as soon as we get enough basic widgets, that thing will get built, right? Number of items crafted by hand. Yeah. So almost the amount of items crafted by hand. So that will be okay. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to technology 2 here. We'll get that thing popped out. We'll get this guy widgets. I think these guys need to be just extra like this. Let's see. What? Just do that. That we'll do this like this. That was what was that noise? Does it make little pretty things when stuff goes flying into them now or something? I was very confused as to what just happened. All right, so we got 4 of each of those kind of being built. We should have this guy needs 32K widgets. So this thing is still kind of going up. And then we can look here and see our widget factories. Let's see, what do we need? We need a bunch of basic widgets. That's the problem. So if we look up here, you'll see that obviously these guys, and we can kind of go hit this guy here like this. We can kind of give it a little bit of help, and that should help that guy out a little bit. Got a little bit of extra of that. Then we'll go over here. We'll get a little bit of extra loading. Get that guy loaded up. It'll give us a little bit of iron. And then that should start building our widgets for us. Not, not enough. We have burned through widgets quite quickly there. Let's see, tier 2. So we just need a buttload of widgets. So still back to kind of doing this, and the problem is it was kind of the problem that we had in the previous version of the game. It was just so much. Um, the numbers escalate so quickly. Yeah, we're making a lot more items per run here, um, which is helpful. But we end up having so much more uh, stuff to try to feed that it becomes chaotic, right? Trying to get enough items to kind of get to the next level. The numbers just get completely out of hand. So that way we at least have some iron there. And we can go here. So this is building another widget for us. So we'll just build a few extra widgets here. We'll just help it out a little bit. And hopefully once this kind of gets going, there you go. We can get some more of these guys being built up, right? And then once those guys get done, the auto builder thing should start adding things to us, and you'll see that it's going to start getting updated, and those will get added and built. And it's one of those things like kind of once you build, it just starts slowly building itself and faster and faster. And it's just this wonderful snowball of ability. Uh, Now watch this guy for a minute. Yeah, you see how these guys are already cleaned out down here from where they were at it and then built and then removed fairly quickly. All right. It still needs just basic widget. And then we're slowly building our widgets. It's just being slow. It's all being slow. I built these things kind of in the wrong order. So really what I should do is build like one of each up to like 4, and then once you kind of get to the 4, then you can kind of go a little bit hog wild with it. Um, just up here, these guys. Okay, build that. So these things are just being filled and then not smelting, so that's not helpful. And then the other issue too is we don't have enough storage. All right, we'll get these guys knocked down a little bit here. Just clicky our happiness away here. Let me see. What are you doing? You're starting to build. So they're starting to build, and it's going to build as to what's the most expensive part of it. So those are kind of done. 10,000 crafted widgets by hand. Okay. Let's see. Just build these. That would be great. That's good. That's good. All right, so these guys should all be getting built here fairly quickly. And then that should start converting everything to widgets. And then once we get all those converted to widgets, this thing should start to take off. And then there you go. So all right, so there's now we're moving. And then probably want to 3, 4 like that. Do like this, like this. And then that will allow those to build also. Because that's what we need is more and more and more and more. As always, when the game when you start, it's just kind of building as quickly as you can. See, what are we waiting on here? You're just waiting on basic widgets. Can you just not load faster? Something's in progress. So that should all turn into those, and then they'll turn into those, and then that starts building that stuff. It just you see it blink for a second. And the same thing with those. All right, come on. Yeah, and the problem is it starts to get kind of up there with the amount of stuff that you need. I don't know. There you go. It's all the updates. So there you go. So it's starting to slowly catch up. It slowly figures out its life. I don't know why. Oh, that's right. All right, so that stuff is starting to move, and then start to see that we'll start getting stuff kind of down here. We can do this and help this out some. Kind of keep that thing knocked down so we're not completely overwhelmed. Backing up everything else. All right, so we should be doing better very soon. There you go. See this climbing fairly quickly. Yeah, it's only 3,000 of them. Only 3,000 of them. And then it's one of those things like it's kind of as things get built and you get more of them into the system, uh, it starts just exponentially getting see. There's a point of diminishing returns. So you can build more, but it just takes longer and longer. Come on. There you go. All right, so there's rank 2 is complete now. So that will bring here. So then we'll bring down a sand pit. So we'll drop sand pit. We'll drop a gas kiln over. Uh, drop a glass kiln over there. Then the gyroscope factory. I don't remember which one of these is supposed to be. Which one? And then the widget spinner. I think the widget spinner needed to be off by itself. Right. And then so that should get all those things kind of going. And then that will allow each one of these to kind of to go up and build its own thing, right? So I may need to help it out a little bit with that. And then we'll get the oh, I need to get the temperature up, that's right. So we need to get the temperature up a little bit. So we'll get the temperature up. This guy here. We need glass. We need to get into here, right? And then this is automatically adjust the kiln's temperature, right? We need that. Um, and then once we get all these other things, we'll go back and unlock all that other stuff. So this should be, oh, now I got a smoke glass. Right, so that thing's going automatically now. That thing's going automatically now. This thing, oop, 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 missed that one. All right, so now those are going. So those are good. Now we're building all those things, and then we're slowly starting to build, and then we'll kind of go to the same thing, right? We can go here. We can go one of these. We can go one of these. Go one of these. Just like that. I think I don't remember. I can't remember my pattern that I had. Get that. We'll have to work on that in a minute. All right, so those all should. Oh, I need one more of these guys too. I'll rem It's been a while since I played, so we'll have to figure that one all out. So, but that should start be building all these guys for us. At the same time, we can go back down here and do like these guys and get all the greens researched, right? And all that stuff should be fairly quick. Some of it we need edit stuff, but we'll go ahead and get warehouses researched. We'll get that guy's researched. We'll get all these guys researched. All that stuff is. So we'll get all that stuff researched. Give this thing a second. Yeah, see, it's weird. Every once in a while, things go flying into it. I don't know what the heck it's doing. Weird stuff that happens in this game sometimes. It's such a good game, though. If you like idle games and you like factory games, like this is a amazing uh idle factory builder type game. It really is a just an awesome game. Right, we get all this stuff kind of caught up. See, as it's auto building different things and slowly getting everything filled in where we need it. And it starts from the top and works its way down, unless it has something down here that it just has extra parts for that it can autofill, and then it will autofill the stuff down there. So it kind of bounces around a little bit, but it makes sense the way it bounces around. There goes that guy. And then we just need more spinning widgets. Need more spinning widgets. Get these guys going. All these stuff going. It'll be great and glorious and good. All right. Anytime we're ready. And then we should be able to get this guy here, the logistics hub. So we'll have to open the logistics hub and see what it actually does. I kind of wanted to wait and see until we kind of had this stuff figured out before I picked that up. I'm just going to go control click all this stuff. Um, so control click basically just picks up all of the stuff that needs to be built in there, and then just loads all that. So that way you don't have to go into the machine and see what's going on. And then that should get all these guys down here built fairly quickly, hopefully. There's all that stuff being built. There you go. Then get this guy built. Okay, yeah, and so then what happened is as we're doing the upgrades here, then it's collecting other things and going, oh, hey, here's upgrades that you can do that you've opened. And then so spinning widget technology, let's go ahead and get that guy opened. Let's see, one, two, three, four of those. One, two, think I had enough of those already. Do like that. Get those all built out, and obviously also get this thing built out. So we only need 35K spinning widgets for that. It honestly shouldn't be that quick, that long. I'm trying to limit, like, I'm building 8 of each of these. I kind of limiting how many of those I'm throwing because they don't want to give it crazy amounts of stuff. Check for more details. Do lots of other details and stuff. Like the dev is, like I said, all I really wanted from this game, the only criticism I had for it was I wanted more. And that's more is what the dev's given me, so I'm here for it. To be honest, like the game is awesome. I've just been stuck in Factorio land for a little bit, so makes it hard to kind of pop back and forth. Do, 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 do. All right, we'll get that guy here done here in a minute. So we should have quite a bit of movement on that front. That is moving and grooving. Come on, anytime you're ready. Yeah, see, and yeah, it's not, and they're not even going there. It's just like it's on my screen, like it's random. There's all these little weird things in the game that it kind of does. You're just like, what the heck is this thing doing? Come on, nothing like just sitting here waiting for a button widget, waiting for widgets to start spinning. Get this guy, come on. It's like watching paint dry on growing grass. It's very exciting. And there you go. So there's three. So now if we go back into our widgets here, right? Now we can have a few more of these guys. So we'll go ahead and get these guys knocked out. So restart. Not making any more of those anytime soon. But so the logistics, we need capacitors for that. Okay, so here we go into the capacitor building. So we do need oil. Let's see. Build the oil there. Build power there. And I want to say, I can't remember which way those were supposed to be built either. I think they're like that, right? And then we can do this. Maybe it was just, I think the red needed two green ones or something. I think that's what it needed. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm just building one of each of them. It's kind of a slow process to get it started. But the reason I'm doing it like that is so that way I can have them auto kind of build their direction. And then that way it builds one and then it starts to slowly build it. Now, this one, I do need to get this guy up to the green. And then we need to get it unlocks new auto pressurization. We need the auto pressurization sooner rather than later. And then we will get that, and we'll have those guys going anytime, anytime. Oh, we're still building those. Oh, we need power widgets probably, because we can't. I always forgot. I always forget. Like, so this is 11, so 8, like that, right? So we need those to actually build. Um, so it says we don't have enough greens. All right, so we are making power. We're just making it slow. Actually, if I go down here and I make if I make a battery, right, then it shows up. That way I can see how many of those I have. And then that way it shows me how many I have. And then that will give me those. Give me one of these. And then so it shows me that the greens are basically theirs. So that way I can do like that. That way I know that I can make a couple of them at least. Just waiting for greens. There's some greens there. We need 12. Unfortunately, because I didn't make this thing first, it's going to take me a minute to be able to get those things kind of started up. It happens. 9. It's nice now that it actually tells you what the number is, so then you can just do the math in your head real quick and just throw it together. Makes life easy. Hmm. Come on. I just need you as soon as it gets this guy built. And then like if you really want to, you can go here and not here. You can go here. Right? You can go down here and find auto worker capacitor bank, right? And then we can move that to the top. So that way that guy's moved to the top. And then we can go back in here. And then as soon as we build some more of these, right? So 6. So boom, there he is. Now he's made. So that thing's made. So as soon as it gets stuff, now it should start auto making things for us. There he goes. It's got his hand on some of them, and that way we don't have to kind of keep poking our head in here. It'll start to auto build those things for us when it gets it, instead of us having to go in there and do it. We can just kind of go watch this grass grow over here. So, and then like I said, we're just waiting for it to kind of figure its life out. And then we're probably yeah, we're low on this thing again. That doesn't help. And then same thing probably with this one. This one's never worked. So that way we can you got to keep kind of going in there until that thing gets its life figured out. With the this guy here, right? Take auto pressurizer. We'll move that thing to the top, right? So if we get that thing researched, now we can go in here. All the auto pressurizer there, right? So we can get the auto pressurizer kind of figured out. We can go down here, go find our auto pressurizers, move those to the top, right? So that way the auto pressurizer, boom, built. And that way we don't have to do that anymore either. And the real trick here is to try to get all that manual stuff to not be manual stuff as soon as possible. Because the faster you can not make it manual stuff, the better and easier your life becomes. All right, let me get all this stuff built up kind of here. And then let's go back into our tech farm here. So I do want to build the logistics hub. So we'll go ahead and build that guy. Then we'll build all this other stuff and get all of it. Eminent domain. Yeah, we definitely want that. And, and then these are already researched, so I'm not really worried about those. But trying to reduce the cost of us building things is hopeful. All right. Let's see. So this starting to slowly go back and build this stuff that needed to be built. Let's see. Yeah, I built too fast. It's fine. I built too fast. Built too fast. So I built all the other stuff and is trying to build it before uh, stuff is ready. So there's definitely an order that you kind of want to build things in, and if you don't build them in the correct order, it gets kind of kind of lost and confused, right? Um, so and you end up coming back in here and building some of these things, right? So that we can kind of get going. And the trick here is to not overbuild your factory or overbuild your warehouses, because you can basically start doing your manual work here and it not being useful because you filled your factory full of stuff. Right. And then this guy should be clicking along. I'll get some more of these out because these are really what's slowing us down. So those things being slow is what's killing the rest of the building, because we need those things to be built. And then once those kind of all get built, then our life will become better. So as always, just sitting here watching it, waiting for it to catch up. Yeah, so see, it just needs capacitors, capacitors. And these are all auto workers. Yeah, capacitors. So the green guy here, go back here and build some of these guys. We're getting plenty of energy right now, so that's helpful. These guys, there's energy kind of ran out now. 12, get that thing filled up. So that guy is all going. I don't even know what this thing is trying to build. Oh, because I'm way down here. Yeah, so we're still building. Oh, that's what's going on. It's trying to build. It's trying to build these guys. It's building the basic frames, and not a good plan. See if I do this. So what I did is I basically moved a bunch of the upgrades up to above it. So hopefully that will kind of get that stuff figured out. This tier 3 mastery. It's fine. These are all fine. I'm producing stuff fairly quickly now. Um, but this should help get a lot of the other upgrades kind of done before we jump to where we need to, which should help us quite a bit. All right. It's if these guys, let's see, on 3. So that stuff is all going good there. And then just kind of get some of this stuff kind of cleaned up. Yeah, so I think I'm building again. And these are just the buildings take forever because it's so many resources. And it's all the big resource too still. All right, so we'll just let that go for a second and then we'll be back when we get done. Talk to you in a second. All right, we got all that stuff figured out. I got small distractions. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy right here. And then so we do have a logistics hub now. So let me figure out what the logistics hub is. Let's go look at it. Yeah, offers improvement in handling, offers case frames, increasing crafting speed by 4%. Moderate large amount of power based on adjacent frames. Right click to highlight all frames of this type. So I don't know if we need that yet. Increases crafting speed by 40%. Let's see, what does this guy do? Allows a single frame to benefit from multiple logistics hubs, but each additional hub has diminished effectiveness. So this is basically like the beacons in Factorio. I was horrible. I never really used the beacons in Factorio. I know a lot of people really did, and a lot of you can get a lot more processes out of it, and less things. But I was always kind of, well, I'll just build more of them. I can just build more, be all right. I guess if I kind of went in here to these guys and looked and see what I needed, I might make it a little different. Let's see. Let's see. Right, so we'll do 6 of those. And see, and it only expands 10 per. It only expands 10 per thing. So each one of those is only 10. Like, so I don't know. I know it doubles and doubles and doubles, but I almost think that the warehouse should be affected by your prestige level. I think it should store 10 plus, you know, like 72 plus, like your prestige level plus 10, right? And then double that. Like that would make it, almost think that would make it worthwhile, maybe. It would definitely be overpowered, it'd be a lot easier to deal with. But like in order for me to build anything meaningful, I have to build this many, and this is going to take 4,000, spinning widgets and 6,000 basic widgets just to build that one platform. It's going to be a minute. And then this guy still needs those guys, but I've kind of hamstrung them by building these things. So let's, and then the issue is like even if I try to build this, it's not going to build it because all these guys are basically filling all my widgets, and then like so all my basic widgets, I just destroyed a bunch of them because uh, I just didn't need them. So we'll get this guy built, and then we'll get our the red widgets kind of being built again. But even that, with all that, right? So you have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. So that's only it's only like 1,800 extra storage there. So it's not super the best, right? It can kind of work, but it's let's see. I think that's got to go in there eventually. Plastic extruder, I think, needs to go next to him. Um, put you up there. Put you over there, right? And then hopefully at that point, these guys will kind of get figured out. So we'll build this little bit of stuff here. They're already building one of those guys. This guy's the same thing, right? We need that. So if we go in here to copper, forge a tin, automatically starts smelting, right? So we need that thing sooner rather than later. The plastic, right? It's already got one built. It's already building. The circuit fab, it's building one now. It's built. So this guy here, we need to actually build the autocrafter here. So because this guy needs the computational widgets to be able to make itself. So then we're just doing math problems, right? So just math problems, and then hopefully wait until we have enough of the widgets kind of built up, because we don't have enough of those in storage, and if we don't have enough of those in storage, then we can't kind of do what we need to do. Um, so this guy here needs more copper, right? Well, if we go over here, the reason we don't have copper is because this thing can't make copper. So it's not actually making copper, and we're just kind of running into this like banging our head against the wall thing where we don't have all the stuff that we need to make. Like this guy's making plastic because it's just using oil to do it. So that's fine. This guy should be starting to engrave circuits now. me make one of these. There you go. So we made a few of those. And then that should give us here 2 times 3, 6. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Unlock the forge attendant, right? So they unlock the forge attendant. And then once you kind of unlock the forge attendant, that should start building the forge attendant. There you go. Built the forge attendant. Well, all right. So that stuff is all going fine there. So that's starting to build all the stuff up that we need, right? And then we kind of go back in here, build us another one of these, build us another one of those, build us another one of these, build us another one of those. And then eventually I'm going to need to go through and get all these things kind of figured out so that I have them all in the correct locations. And of course I say that, but I'm not really going to do that. I'm just going to leave them here and then we'll just build a bunch of extra ones, which is usually what I do. And then these guys, come here, which means I built a spare one of those somewhere. Yeah, you go away. So basically all those guys will kind of get built. Once again, I should have kind of built all of the internals before I built all the externals, but let's see. There you go. And then we'll get all those guys built up again. So the trick here is to kind of just rinse and repeat, do the same thing over and over again. I need to figure out what I want to do with uh, the hubs. Like, can I increases crafting speed? So basically, it's giving us more crafting speed, but unless we need, and then the question is once I kind of get further into this, is whether or not it's going to break, because some of these things can only be by so much stuff. And if too much stuff is near it, it starts getting mad. We'll get all these guys built here too. Get all these guys built. Get all these done. The mastery. We don't really need. I don't really use the mastery. Like the mastery, it's a cool idea. So if you want to go through and manually build some stuff, you can. It gives you a kind of a boost. But for the most part, I'm not using it because I don't manually craft a lot of stuff after the beginning. If I see a really bad bottleneck, I will, but for the most part, I try not to do that. So, anyway, we're at Prestige 72. We are at the Tier 5 technology already, kind of moving our way up. We'll kind of look and see what the new stuff has to offer, and see kind of what we can do from there. But with that, you guys be safe. Oh, thinking about that, I wonder if just for in game, if that may be worth our while of doing the thing. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we'll work back towards our end game here. So once we get back up to where we're producing the little things where we're making our own cities and ruins, we'll start doing that and trying to do our best to get that's where I want to use the logistics hubs. So that way I can produce those things even faster. And then we can just start our heart's content to make as many of those as we can, and then kind of do that. So, but for now, I'm going to let these guys kind of run for a second. We'll let you guys have enjoy your all's week, and then we will holler at y'all soon. As always, if y'all like the videos, please consider throwing a like on them. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, please throw that down below. And if you are not subscribed and you would like to be, there's a button for that too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.